shortly after that time, so you sort of grew sick of the sort of, like you called it, the Championship circuit. So is that what made you sort of reach out to Gary and Kerry and Martin to? Were you trying to get a different sound completely, or?
Yeah, well, actually, we didn't honestly know quite what we were going to be, to tell you the truth. All we knew is we didn't want to be what we were.
Right.
And we were lucky enough to have a manager who believed in us musically. This is the brothers, it's Shulman brothers, if you like. And we said we want to break the Simon Dupree up, and we want to find new musicians to start something brand new. And who knows where it's going to go. But we knew that we wanted to expand. Again, it sounds trite and trivial, but it's the truth. Expand our horizons musically, because we were stymied in the pop world, and that was awful to me especially. It got me very depressed and everything else. So we were lucky enough to have someone fund our 6 to 9 months of finding Kerry, Gary, Martin, and recruiting them as members, and finding where and what we were. And they came in with their ideas, Kerry especially, on his compositional aspect. And it basically drew brothers, myself, Ray, and Phil as well, out much more as musicians who had something to say, if you like, from back in the day. So yes, it did. It really was something which, again, we didn't quite know where it was going to go, but we all came from different worlds. And I've said this before, so if it sounds very familiar to people who are listening to you, it was like a stew, and you put it in a funnel, a stew of musicians and musicians' backgrounds, and put it in a funnel, and out dripped Gentle Giant, and that's exactly what it was. I think it was the first couple of albums, we were kind of finding our way, but we knew it was the 180 from where we were as Simon Dupree.
Right. And where did the name Gentle Giant come from?
It actually came from the management, to tell you the truth.
Oh, really?
Someone who was working with him, with Jerry Braun, who was a manager actually, and checking up to make sure he'd come down to rehearsals every few weeks to make sure we weren't, wasting his money and going, slacking off and having beers nonstop all night. He said, "What are you guys going to call yourself?" And we said, "I don't know. What do you think?" He said, "Well, your music's heavy, but it's also has intricacy. So why not Gentle Giant?" He said, "Whatever you think. You're the guys paying the bills." So it stuck.